All right, well, the C5 Z06 is still broken and stressing me out. Let me fill you in. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In case you don't follow the channel or you didn't see the last video, last Monday driving to work, it was a gorgeous day. 75, sunny. We don't have rain in a couple days. Just really quick, I don't drive my Corvettes in the rain unless I absolutely have to. So long story short, I was driving to work. I live here in Hampton Roads, Virginia Beach area. We're at sea level like 2 foot. We're right at sea level here. So anytime you have a storm surge or king tide, you can have standing water, and we had both of those. I was halfway to work, 2-lane road, and I had nowhere to go, and it came right up on me. About 25 yards of 7-inch water I had to wade through. Again, I didn't have a choice. There's cars behind me. I had nowhere to turn off. So I was like, shit. So I made it through. I got almost to work with about a mile left. Cars started bogging down, missing, just sounded terrible. Flashing check engine lights. I got to work, turned it off. At this point, I'm assuming the sensor's wet or something's obviously wet, right? Hopefully it'll dry by the time I leave. 8 hours later, I go outside. It fires up just fine. Idle's fine. But then again, about 2 minutes later, driving home, started right back up again. Check engine light flashing, and as long as I kept the revs relatively high, it seemed to remedy it or not sound as bad. So I limp it home. It gets home. The fact that I kept the revs high, they overcame the fuel air ratio trim for the O2s, right? So I'm thinking O2 sensor, that makes sense because that was submerged in the water. I just fried them going from 400 degrees to 70 degrees. You know, that was my first initial thought. And after hooking up my my scan tool, the fuel trim, short term, long term, and all the voltages were all out of whack. So I was like, okay, it's obviously the upstream O2 sensors, right? So 2 nights ago, I swapped out both front O2s with brand new Enzos, with brand new Denzos, cleaned all the connectors and checked everything, blah, 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 right? And I have long tubes, so it's kind of a pain in the butt. Anyways, I got them all hooked up and fired the car up. And I idled fine for quite a while. It sounded good. I was like, cool. So got everything buttoned up, got it off jacks, and as soon as I put a load on it up the street, engine light came on again after I cleared it, bogged down, terrible fuel smell. The trims were still acting the same, even with brand new O2 sensors. So I'm like, that's bizarre. So now I'm thinking ECU issue? I don't know, right? And also real quick, timeout. So from the first video, I got a lot of good advice on what to check, and I believe everything you guys suggested I checked. I checked the air filter that night I got home. It was pretty much dry. It was damp, but it was also humid that day. I didn't see any water intrusion through the MAF. I did clean it up to the throttle body. There was no signs of any water intrusion at all. It was nice and dry and clean. So cool, that's a win, right? So no hydrolock, nothing got into the cylinders. Cool. So fast forward to today, I spent a good 6 hours on the damn thing. Every time I cleared a code, it's always the same code, cylinder number 6, which is really strange to me. So like I said, I've already replaced the O2s, still getting strange readings on my my live scan for fuel trims. So I'm like, all right, so maybe there is some to cylinder 6. Maybe the computer's smarter than me. So I went ahead and checked the plug, and I did go buy one plug. I hate shotgunning parts, but I did buy a plug. I don't know if you can see this, or hopefully it focuses on it, but this looked pretty fouled. So I was like, okay, maybe for some reason with the other O2s, this one was getting messed up. I don't know. Swapped it out and cleared the code, swapped it out. Came right back after 5 minutes. Cylinder number 6, misfire. Damn it. Okay, so maybe it's a plug wire. So I swapped cylinder 4 with cylinder 6, plug wires, cleared the code, came right back, cylinder 6, misfire. Well, damn, okay, so now it's got a new plug, different wire. Let's try the coil packs. I swapped the coil packs, it's pretty easy to switch. Same thing, cylinder number 6, misfire. So now I'm like, what the hell, man? The last thing I can check or swap is a fuel injector. I did have my stethoscope, and it was pulsing, like it was sending fuel when it needed to. Yeah, so this all happened at the worst possible time. So if you don't follow the channel, I've had the car for 4.5 years. It's been a rock star. I beat the crap out of it, and it just goes. It always takes it, right? And I'm selling my house right now. We're building a house right now. My house is going on the market next week. I have a laundry list of stuff I'm fixing on my 100-year-old home, which is taking priority over the C5Z. It's a terrible time. In this terrible 2-month window, it's just awful. And I'm also spending a lot of my time on the new build, making sure that's right. So most of my time is focused on that, getting this house ready. Oh, and I have a newborn too, which he's great, by the way. Nothing to do with him. I mean, that's not his fault. So just horrible timing on my part, deciding to screw up my car. So it's absolutely frustrating. So I am open to suggestions. I think it's one of those things where it's either catastrophic failure within the cylinder wall. I destroyed something. I cracked something inside the cylinder. I don't know. My brain's going worst case. Or it's something so simple I'm overlooking. And I hope it's the latter. So my plan is I'll keep farting with it for the next few days. If I can't get any traction by next weekend, I'm going to flatbed it to a local garage and have them diagnose it. Man, I love the car. I don't want to part with it. I would hate it if the whole LS6 block is just destroyed. I don't know what I'm gonna do then, but I don't think that's the case. I'm getting ahead of myself, but yeah, it's just weird. Everything that cylinder needs, I think it has. I believe the fuel's still good. It's getting fuel to it. It's the spark plug's good, coil pack's good, and the ignition wire's good. From the swapping. So yeah, I'm at a loss. I'm open to suggestions. I did also check underneath the battery that it looked dry. It looked like no water intrusion got up in there. Yeah, man, just terrible timing, It's a first world problem. Oh no, one of my Corvettes is broken. What am I gonna do? But it's just annoying. And but it's cool having a little channel. I can ask you guys, what you guys think, and I'm open to any ideas you guys have. Again, I'll spend a couple more days on it, and if I can't get traction, it's going somewhere to get looked at. It's going to the doctor. But yeah, I mean, I was chasing everything. I was checking ohms and resistance on everything. Everything checks out. Just frustrating, guys. But in any case, I will have another video before that one comes out on the C8. I got to finish up the engine bay on the C8s. I'm not trying to turn this into a 45 video saga. Let's find the fix for the C5 Z06. I don't like that. But no, there'll be one more follow-up, and after that, it's going in the garage. I can't fix it. And again, it's just I don't have the resources right now. If we weren't moving, I would have my lift by now. It could sit on there, be easy to work on. If we were already moved with a huge garage, easy day, good to sit there. But just the fact of where I am right now, it just drives me insane. So that's where I'm at, if you're curious. I don't know. But again, open to suggestions. And if you're the one that gives me the suggestion to fix it, I'll send you something. I don't know. I like my Irish t-shirt. I'm not even a little bit Irish. My wife is. She bought it for me. So now it's just my car fixing shirt. I thought maybe you'd be lucky, and it wasn't. So, all right, yeah, that's where we're at, guys. Oh, and random, Washington Commanders, Redskins. They're good all of a sudden. That was a crazy game. That was on the background today. I was working on the car. Buffalo's getting blown out. Anyways, off track. So that's where we're at. Quick little update. Any support's welcome. So cool. All right, guys, take care. Work out.